show, and it usually starts with a little video, like my little games. Really. So that's training of the front row team, and we're using the Mastermind Academy. If you haven't heard that before, so well, I'm obviously Ivonne. Most of you know me. So I founded, whatever the word is, last year, the Mastermind Academy, because I thought just training group I found boring. And then I came across the word, or thought about the word academy, but I thought the front row academy, no, I don't want to have academy front row in there at all. So I named it in the end Mastermind Academy. And that is our training tool of our team. So that was just the beginning. So it's all about open mind, open future, mastering the mindset, and experience growth. So we've done the training a few weeks ago. I think it was in March or April. We did that to our team. So, and we'll see how you like that one. So that's the first page. So the agenda of this training is we're talking about the open mind, and then also the power of a mindset, building confidence, overcoming common challenges. Well, one of my favorite topics, really. And strategies for success, apply knowledge. That's it. So apply the knowledge. So they're like 6 topics we're covering in this training. So I try not to talk that long. I try to get it done within 30-40 minutes, I hope so. So you're more than welcome, obviously, to take notes if you want to, because I think you might find some points maybe quite useful. I will make this training available to the network as well, just probably for 48 hours or something like that. And then you can watch it again if you like to, but I would still first need to upload it anyway. So that's probably not happening before tomorrow. So why an open mind? I have to click on admit. Why an open mind? So adaptability. So we should be open to adapt to any kind of changes, and maybe any kind of things are happening maybe in our business, in our lives as well. And we should be able to adapt our business. I think the best example was COVID. We had to adapt during the pandemic our business to the pandemic, to the lockdown, so that we could work it, and we found obviously our own solutions with that as well, which worked really well. And that's an open mind. Yeah, so you're open to things, to make things work for you, and you're adaptable. Innovation is also an open mind. So innovation is all about what you may be creating yourself. Think about the next step, what you could maybe take, or the where you basically can create something which is maybe not even in your comfort zone, or you've never done before. But that's an open mind, and not like a closed mind, as they say. A closed mind is, of course, like where you just do what you know what you're doing. But with an open mind and innovation, you may be creating things what you maybe never done before, and you don't know if it's going to succeed or not. Yeah, but if you don't try, you will not know anyway. Then it's also learning. With an open mind, you do learn. So, and you want to learn. Michael also keeps saying, of course, very often, we should never stop learning. And I think that as well, because when you stop learning, you basically lock yourself, if I can say that, and put yourself in that kind of closet where you think like, okay, I don't need to think any further. I know it all, but time changes all the time. We have to go with the time sometimes as well, if we want to succeed in a business like ours anyway. So there are changes happening over time, over the years as well. If you just think about like how our business or network marketing was like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago to now, it changed a lot. It changed a lot. And that's all about, of course, being adaptable to it as well again, then maybe innovation. And you learn how to use those kind of things to make it work for you as well. So you've got an open mind. And then networking. Yeah. So with an open mind, you need to be open to, speak to people, networking with people as well, maybe to learn with people as well. So the benefits of an open mind is increased creativity. Yeah. So when you have an open mind, you do more what you maybe would do when you just think like, or when you don't have an open mind, like a closed mind. When you've got a closed mind, you just really do what you usually do. I hope it makes sense. So if you have got an open mind, you just simply do more because, well, you're open-minded. Also, problem solver skills. So you will get more skills with that as well because of being adaptable again. So I will keep repeating the words because I find it's just like always like in a circle as well, and with the skills as well, because you learn. So you will learn certain skills, how maybe you could change several problems as well. So like an open mind as well, people like with a closed mind, if there's a problem, there may be, they just forget about it, they draw a line underneath it, and they just think like, okay, that's it. Okay, I will not do it. But like people with an open mind are trying to solve a problem. Yeah. And there are obviously different kind of ways how to save a problem. Of course, we have to talk. And that's, of course, the first thing is communication skills. Stronger relationships. We're building stronger relationships when we're open-minded as well. I think showcases and events are the best thing. We used to see a lot of photos where people said on Facebook, love sharing with those people with the same minds or something like that. With self-minded people, they said. It's like an open mind because they're building more relationships and maybe stronger relationships as well. And within the benefit of an open mind as well, you can create more success in your professional life, but also like in your personal life as well, because when you're open-minded, you will start to grow. It might be ways where you can't actually imagine it now, but you would just need to take the action really to find out. And I will come to that in a little while, how you can get an open mind. And a more fulfilling life. So that's like the personal life. So the power of a mindset is, so what is a mindset and how does it work? So I really like this kind of topic. But like the year before, or like in 2022 and before that, I did hear that word all the time, but I never really looked that much into it. I then started more reading books and listening to more Audible and watched to more YouTube. So I basically was already open-minded without actually knowing it. Yeah, because I wanted to know more about the kind of topic. And I wanted to know how it really works. And for me, later on, it just makes all sense, really. So it's a set of beliefs, attitudes, and habits that shape our behavior and influence our success. So when you have an open mindset, you have the belief, and when you put the attitudes towards it and the habits, you will influence really your success. Yeah. And you maybe influence other people that way as well, because of your positivity as well again. Because that, I think, another mindset benefit as well. When you're open-minded, you are very positive as well, because you just don't think really negative. If there's something negative, you trying to find a way how to overcome the negativity again to help you to grow again. I hope it makes sense. So the impact of a positive mindset in network marketing. So how can a mindset affect your success? Motivation. Here, a couple of bullet points. Resilience, focus, belief. Focus is twice on that. And effort. So those kind of 5 words, not 6 words, 5 words affects your mindset for success. If you don't have the motivation, it's going to be very difficult to change your mindset to a positive growth mindset. If you don't have the resilience, you don't focus, you don't really believe maybe in the opportunity or in what you're doing, in the products, especially in our kind of business, it's also difficult to find a way forward with that, because you basically stopping yourself and putting yourself bricks in the way as well, because it's a closed mindset, and you basically stop straight away, whilst other people with a mindset would just think, hey, okay, I've got maybe some issues with some receiving orders, or with team members, or just with the business, but I can overcome it. And they're trying to find a solution. And there is this thing again, like what I mentioned earlier on the slide, it's a problem solving skill. So here's the fixed and the growth mindset. So the verses. So what's a fixed mindset? Resistant to change. So a fixed mindset, people don't want to change. They want to keep, I just mentioned it earlier also with just like not a growth mindset, like an other not negative mindset, but just like so they just don't want to change. They just like their kind of habits. They know what they're getting. They know what they would get when they do that. So they don't really want to change. They like what they are doing right now and what they may be getting from it. And so what's a growth mindset? It's open to learning and improvement. So learning and improvement of yourself is very important. So you can't change someone who has got a fixed mindset. I really believe in that. So if I would know someone who's got a fixed mindset, I can't change them to have a growth mindset. I can only lead them to it and show them the ways what could actually happen, trying to actually change that kind of thinking. And that is like also things to do with psychology, of course, now as well. So do you have a fixed or a growth mindset? What do you have at the moment? So have a think about where you are at the moment. Are you like, or do you have a growth mindset? Are you open to learning and maybe to improve, to adapt, and just not to give up and trying to find solutions? Or are you one of those with a fixed mindset who just doesn't want any kind of change? So on the next page in a minute, there are a couple of examples as well. So what are the benefits of adopting a growth mindset in our profession? Here is that picture. So hopefully you can see that. So there are a couple of examples there, and I think that's very simple to understand. So on the left-hand side is a person with a fixed mindset. So always negative, you can see the grumpy faces. And on the right-hand side, it's with a growth mindset. And there's a plant in there. And, plant is growing. Plants, obviously, from a seed, it starts to grow and it keeps growing. So it's more happy, and it's saying, okay, I'm going to do this. I can do this. I will come over this. And I will just go for it. Yeah. So here are a couple of examples of, for example, of a response to a challenge where someone with a fixed mindset thinks, this is too hard. We all know that kind of saying, this is too hard. Even kids say that. Yeah. But then, of course, kids, we have to encourage as well, maybe to do the homework to understand that. But people with a growth mindset on the other side, They just say, let's do this. Yeah, you can see the opposites already from that. And then adversity. This is rich, is with a fixed mindset. And with a growth mindset, the person is thinking, okay, how can I really solve that kind of issue here? Yeah, so they're thinking of ways, and that probably will be successful because they've got a growth mindset and maybe trying several ways and things, but they're going to be successful. Effort. I think that's a very good example. We all have heard that in our business as well, where people say it's waste of time, doesn't work, nobody orders. It's a fixed mindset. That's a fixed mindset. But people with a growth mindset he says, it's time to work hard. We say, put the catalogs out again. Keep working. Start working online more, be more active. That's people with a growth mindset. Criticism is someone with a fixed mindset, just blaming people, how dare you? And someone with a growth mindset is saying, always asking, okay, so how can I improve? I got criticized, but how can I improve? And funny thing is, I just talked about that in one of our team sales the other day as well. So when you get criticized, how can you improve? That is someone was saying with a growth mindset, because they're finding a way, trying to find a way to improve, maybe to get better, and maybe innovate something different again, and maybe are willing to make some changes as well. Why the people with a fixed mindset, for example, say, how dare you? I will not change anything. This is just perfect. Yeah. So criticism, I think, is very important in our business because that's how we learn, and we learn by doing as well. That's what I think. And then other successes. So people with a fixed mindset say maybe, oh gosh, they only achieve that because of such and such maybe. But people with a growth mindset, they always say, wow, that's really incredible. Well done. So they are more open for a conversation as well again, and maybe trying to build a relationship as well. So I hope those couple of examples made sense to you as well, and it was a little bit more clear what a fixed and a growth mindset is. You've probably seen this picture here before as well. Well, I created this picture because I didn't want to copy anything. But so it's this kind of with the comfort zone and the fear zone, learning zone, and the growth zone. So, and people with a fixed mindset are in their comfort zone. If you are at the moment in the kind of comfort zone, you can come out there, and when you get out there and you go into reach the growth zone, you have got a open mind again. You've got an open mind. So but first, of course, is always a fear when we step out of our comfort zone, because there's just fear maybe of lack of confidence, or we maybe find our own excuses not to do that because we fear it. Then the next step is the learning zone. So that is where you start growing. So you deal maybe with challenges and problems, but as you in the growth zone, like an open mind zone, you know and will understand how to overcome those challenges and how to deal with them. And then you will do new skills. You will acquire new skills because of that. And you maybe make some changes in what you are doing. And then the magic will actually happen. You will come into the growth zone. And that's where the success in the end is. So you will find your purpose. You start living your dreams. And you set new goals because you achieved maybe your goal. And then you conquer objectives. So building confidence in professional and personal life. So what does confidence mean? We all heard that word before, but it's a belief in our own abilities and self-belief. When we're confident, we are more easily doing that. And when we're confident, we are actually in our comfort zone because we're confident. Yeah. But we, of course, need to be confident. but we need to keep growing and to keep learning in the end, in being able to come into the growth zone. So why is confidence so important in our profession? So believe in your company and products. So that's, I think, the main things and most important things with confidence, because where you are confident about VivaMK, you are confident about the product, what we have, you're confident about the speedy deliveries, to our customers. You are just confident about that the products are in stock. Of course, sometimes product can be out of stock, but that's very, very low, luckily. We have the belief in the company and the products. Then also, it's easier to talk to people. So when you are confident, you feel much more easier to talk to people. And whether it's doing like on a virtual Zoom, or virtual meeting like this one here, or like in a proper meeting, or just like when you're outside somewhere, when you're confident, you are not that kind of a shy person anymore. I'm shy person, if people maybe don't really know me. So I'm really otherwise a shy person. I usually don't walk up to people and speak to them. And I also really would never really introduce myself and say, hey, I'm Ivonne. I wouldn't do that. And that's just not me. But, when you're confident, it's just easier to talk in general to people. So when you're confident, you share also your ideas with others, or HQ even. And maybe that kind of idea maybe pops up in the next catalog, or it will be on the, whatever announced in the business. And when you're confident, team building becomes easier. And that's really true as well, because you know what you're doing. You have got and acquired several communication skills because of that. And you feel much more confident in what you are saying and what you're doing, because you know the company, you know the products, and, and so on. And then confidence builds your integrity and enthusiasm. So when you're confident, you're more enthusiastic and more motivated as well. When you're not confident, well, I think if people aren't really confident dropping the catalogs for the first time, they wouldn't even do that. It's a tough thing for a new starter doing, for example, catalogs, and just walking on someone else's drive and pushing a catalog through the door, or maybe ringing the doorbell, or if someone is already in the garden. Now, after all those years, I'm really confident with that. If someone is in the garden, I don't know those people, but I'm friendly, and I just have a chat with them, and that's how you get more confident and you get more communication skills as well. And also, it can help with your own orders, of course, or team buildings as well. And then confidence builds your trust with team members and customers. When people in your team see you confident, then they are more confident, because then know that you know what you're doing and you're succeeding that way. And confidence leads to more product sales and team growth. So I just mentioned that with the catalogs earlier. So here are a couple of self-confidence tips. So strategies to build your confidence. So first thing, are you a dreamer? Visual your success. Visual your success. Now, I think that's very, very important to get, to build your confidence. You need to imagine where you want to stand. Let's say if we just think about the business now, where you want to stand in the business, what you want to achieve. Can you really visualize it? Can you maybe visualize it going onto the stage and maybe being recognized for Viva 500, Viva 1000, or maybe even speaking on stage, or even maybe in a meeting like this? Could you visualize yourself? And when you got there and you can visualize it, that actually gets you more motivated again, and you're more enthusiastic and you're more happy, and you actually go for it. Yeah, so you put more action into it. Celebrating small achievements or like wins, that will build up and boost your confidence a lot. Even small goals, what you have, as soon you smash the goal, that will boost your confidence. If you set a goal, let's say for the next period, you want to achieve Viva 500 and you're really going for it, you should celebrate it. Celebrate it, whatever it could be, just with a coffee in a cafeteria, or you buy something, special, but celebrate your small achievements and wins. That's very, very important as well, because when you do that, that will just boost really everything in you and you are more motivated. And then positive self-talk. So there are always negative things sometimes happening, and where the hurdles are, you just have to find a way to get over them. And one of the best things, I think, is you need to try, maybe it sounds silly, to speak positive to yourself. That I can do this. Okay, I've got now, I can't think about like a challenge now, but just do positive self-talk, and that will build your confidence as well. Whatever kind of challenge you have, trying to be positive about it, even if it's negative. But and that's a secret about being a growth mindset as well, again. So seeing the negative actually as a positive thing, again, because you can learn from it. Yeah. And got a challenge for failure. Embrace any failures, challenges as a learning opportunity. So you will learn from mistakes, you will learn from any kind of failures. But the secret here is you have to being adaptable again, and maybe make some changes, and to not stop because of maybe you think you failed. Yeah, maybe you were close, but you need to keep pushing and you keep going to overcome a challenge. So here are a couple of overcoming challenges. So identify common challenges. There's a rejection and then also objection. So you need to find a way how to overcome this as well. And you do that by setting goals again. That's very important. So we all get those no's from maybe people who want to join us. We all get those no's. Someone wants to buy a product. We have to overcome it. And maybe we need to find out why the person is saying no. Maybe it's also just because of the time is not right, and something happened in their lives. Maybe there is an illness suddenly. So it could be really anything. Yeah. Of course, if there is a no, then it's a no. Then you need to accept it and just move on. And self-doubt, talked about that actually yesterday as well. I have got lots of self-doubt really very often. So, and I think it's maybe normal. I don't know. But we have to overcome that kind of self-doubt again. And that is, I think, a big challenge it can be, depending on your goal, what you want to achieve, maybe where you think you are stuck, you don't go anywhere, you don't move anywhere, like up. But the self-doubt is wrong again. So that's where you need to start talking positively to yourself again. And how can you overcome those challenges? So first thing, you have to accept the challenge. Whatever the challenge is, you have to accept it. Ask yourself, what can you learn from it? Do you need to improve, get better at something, make some changes? And that's all the thing here with the growth mindset again. Yeah, so what can you learn from it? Do you need to improve, get better at something, or maybe make even some changes? And then set goals. So obviously set goals before that as well, but you set other goals to overcome that kind of challenge. And then you do a plan. And then, of course, very important, you need to take the action to overcome that kind of challenge. When you overcome the challenge, celebrate that kind of win as well again. So how to develop an open mind and open future. So be willing to consider new ideas. So there might be someone coming suddenly around the around the corner and saying, "Hey, I've got an idea here. Should we implement that into the next team training?" Just say yes and just see how it goes, obviously depending what it is. But just be willing to maybe consider new ideas and embrace challenges. So just welcome them with open arms. That's what I do now. I just welcome challenges with open arms and step out of your comfort zone. It can be difficult, but when you've done it, you want to keep going. You want to keep going and just don't move back. Don't take a step back again into the comfort zone. So keep going forward to your out of your comfort zone to your growth zone. And then seek new learning, continuously develop your skills. It's very important. So it's basically, what you learned here, take some tips. Hopefully you got some tips from this there, and take that into your business and, work on it. Yeah. So keep developing skills. Maybe it's a skills where you think you need to be better with communication skills, maybe, for example, or you need to have a skill about, retailing online or offline, or maybe coaching team members, So when you have got those kind of difficulties, then accept that kind of challenge and go for it and start learning how you can overcome that kind of challenge to develop everything. And then always ask for feedback and reflect afterwards. See your effort as key to success. So whatever you make, whether it's a small step or a bigger step, see it as a key to success. Just like, even if you just moved forward by, if I just compare it now to personal sales, if you wanted, let's say, £1,000 of personal orders, and your previous month was, just an example now, 500, but you didn't achieve maybe 1,000, but you maybe achieved 800. See that as a key to your success already, because you moved forward. Yeah. So there's just obviously keep pushing it and to keep working at it. And then surround yourself with positive people as well. So we heard that very, very often as well. The strategies for success. So actionable strategies for building a positive mindset and boosting confidence. So goal setting, very important. You should set your goals by but as soon as a period starts, you should set a goal, a main goal. And, that's very important to achieve success. And then personal development. I've built my whole business on personal development, and, I kept learning. And success buddies, I have a couple of success buddies, who are willing maybe to talk to you and maybe helping you, or just giving you some ideas, just taking advice from people who have achieved already a certain thing, or like win, or a certain recognition or whatever. Find those people and then just start connecting and, networking. Well, not networking, but connecting with them and just speaking to them. And then continuously learn. So the real life success stories. So I just go through that here very quick here, because, I think all of the people here, so Oprah Winfrey, the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. Then Henry Ford, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Michael Jordan, I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. I think that's totally right. Walt Disney, if you can dream it, you can do it. Steve Jobs, stay hungry, stay foolish. He was a great guy. He knew it. He knew he has to learn and, keep learning, stay hungry, keep learning, keep developing. Michelle Obama, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Albert Einstein, the problems that we face can never be solved by the same level of thinking that created them. Tony Robbins, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. And Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. You know, maybe not necessarily the world, but you can change your life with education. So how to implement the new skills into your own life? Reflection and goal setting. So reflect on your current mindset towards your business, personal life. So remember when I had this kind of slide open and where it said, what mindset are you? Do you have a fixed mindset or do you have a growth mindset? You know, that is this kind of question again. Reflect on your current mindset. You need to be honest with yourself though, because if you would say you are on a growth mindset, but you're actually not, you know, then it's, I don't know, but you need to come out of this kind of comfort zone. Do you know what I mean? So to, you know, come achieve success. So set specific goals for personal development for the next month or for the next period. Learning and innovation. Learn one new skill or product this week. You know, learn about it. Learn about a certain product, maybe what you like. Learn maybe one skill. You know, there's so many skills you can, you know, you can learn, or I can still learn as well, or improve. I think another good thing is as well is where you can learn. You can, you know, sign up to an NVQ level. You know, if you're in England, of course, so you can sign up to that and learn through them. You know, because then you will start learning as well. Innovate a unique way to share this, for example, in a social media post or share with the team. You know, maybe find something and what you could share. And, oh yeah, that's it already. Sorry, that's the last page. So there is, oh, no song. I thought there was a little song. Anyways,